Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. I am your host, Johnny Blender, with our awesome intro music from my buddies, Kill J. This is our new CD, The Verdict, and it is awesome. You got to check it out. This is how music was supposed to be. I got to get through the first break. No, Godwin, we are not flooded out, baby. The storm went the other way. All right, man, I'm going to cut that right there. Then I'll pick it up toward the end of the show. But I'd like to welcome everybody tonight on Periscope. We got the Periscope cam rolling. We've got the Facebook cam rolling. I tell you, man, I'm really on fire right now. I had a bunch of things I wanted to start off. I want to send out a big shout out to my buddy Britt Cummins, who went ahead and put that ass whipping on Johnny Bracket Racer Ezel last weekend in Memphis. Talked to Britt this morning, and he was on the way to Chicago for an NHRA event up there. The Cummins Motorsports will be in Illinois this weekend. So if you're in the Illinois area, jump out there and go see Cummins Motorsports. One of the guys on Cummins Motorsports is Slate Cummins. He's a little wormy guy. And if you go out to Chicago, if you go out there to the races, I want you to find Slate Cummins. I want you to steal the hat off his head and send it to me, and I got a $50 bounty for whoever can do it. And he's a little guy. You'll have no problem getting it. Just walk up behind him and jerk it off his head. Send me the hat. Hey, look, if you want to call into the show tonight, we got a new 800 number, 888-681-2940. That is 888-681-2940, and that is for the Edge Radio US. But don't call in right yet. Glenn Spillman, I see you, brother. What's up? Andrew Wireman, man, you didn't contact me. You didn't send me a message. I got empty shelf space that I've got to put stuff on, and I want to see Prolube on those shelves. So I need you to get in touch with me tonight after the show, or whenever you have time. Steve Godwin, need to get a Bluetooth speaker for your phone, baby. I think I even got it better than that. So we got Suzanne Jones. I see her. She's joining tonight. I hope Mike is doing all right after his little surgery procedure last week. We kept him in our prayers for that. But I'm on fire. Just minutes before the show started, everybody knows that I like the Reaper. James Gold. I like Reaper. I was listening to one of Reaper's live posts. One of his live feeds that he was doing. And I got to tell you, must be 5 weeks. But before I say that, I got to stop. I got to stop for just a second before I say that, because before I start talking about this, it is time I break out the moonshine. I got to have some of this wonderful coconut moonshine tonight. I hadn't had anything to drink all week, and I've been thirsty. So, Beth Milburn. I see Beth Milburn and Eddie Milburn. Eddie Milburn with Crazy Thing Art out of Cecilia, Kentucky. He is a airbrush genius. Go to Crazy Thing Art on Facebook. Check out his work. You can link to our page. Look on the Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars page. You can see his work on there. The guy's unbelievable. We have just – can I announce it, Lynn? I can announce it. This year, Beth, Eddie, we got the word from John Tomset and Teresa Tomset, Terry Tomset. We will be the Adrian's Fury Dragster, along with author Lynn Gibson and the old man himself. We will be at Night Risers Con this year in October. October 27th and 28th. Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Y'all think y'all had enough of us last year? Well, let me tell you something. We're coming back. We're going to be there with the Batmobile, and they're also having a car show, and I'll have a little bit more info on the car show for that event as it gets closer. But I poured my moonshine. I didn't drink any of it. Hold on just a second. Give me a timeout for just a second. Oh, that's good stuff right there. Ken Thibodeau, I see you clicking in there, trying to sneak around under. Beth said they can't wait to see us. All right, well, this is what's going on. Like I said, I was listening to Reaper, James Goad, Street Outlaws, talking a little while ago. See, the moonshine has already started. And I got to tell you, tonight, I have been following him and listening to some of his Steve Rhodes. Hey, man, I'm glad everything is back at home. Me and you know what that means. But I've been following Reaper. I like the guy. People who I know who know Reaper tell me that he is almost the horse's as I am. So what? Yeah, can't be. I didn't say he was. I just said he was almost as much of a horse's ass as I am. But hey, that being said, Reaper has been calling out trying to find 10 big tire cars all over the country. Everybody's got a fast car. Everybody can outrun everybody. Everybody can do this. But now Reaper can't find 10 fast cars in the United States to run with the 405 list. So I sent him a little message. His lovely wife, April. What? I didn't. It just being nice. I mean, you know, she's a pretty woman. Don't get all jealous and everything. All right. But they sent me a message back, said run with it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm fixing to run with it. If there are 10 big tire cars in the United States that want to take a shot at the 405 list, I want you to message me. I want you to message me. I want you to message Reaper, but I want you to message me because I want to hear about it. Because honestly, should I say it? I don't think there's 10 cars in Cody Hollers, one of my boys, Zeus 405 from the 405. This is a good time to put that Nova of yours out there. But I just don't know if there's 10 big tire cars that can run with the 405 list in the continental United States.
Tragic.
You know,
it's not a big engines thing. I think it's a big cojones thing.
Well, you know, I mean,
some of them just need to sprout a pair.
They want. Well, no, this is going to be a street race. This isn't going to be a no prep race at the drag strip or anything like this. This is going to be a street race.
I got you.
So I'm kind of Reaper is using some colorful language that I refrain to use on this show. Because I am a sailor and I have a pretty bad mouth anyway, but I do have some younger listeners, and I do have some younger listeners that listen with their grandparents and their parents. So I restrain from using foul language. But Uncle Jesse, if your grandson is with you right now, I want you to do this. I want you to do the earmuffs with him. Anybody else who's young, I want you to do the earmuffs real quick. And we'll be a second. Do this, earmuffs, all right? They can't hear. Okay, this is what I'm telling y'all. Reaper said that there's a bunch of candy asses out there that don't have what it takes to meet the 405 list. That's not me talking. That's just me conveying what I heard. And I just, I cannot believe that the 405 list in Oklahoma is the baddest 10 big tire cars in the United States. Now, they don't want little tire cars, because if big tire goes out and beats a little tire car, people just gonna say, oh, well, you should have done that. So they're looking for 10 big tire cars. I don't care where you are, who you know, what you do, what you like. If you're gonna run that mouth and talk about how bad your car is, put your money where your mouth is. Let's see what you got, because Reaper's calling it out. And this is a money race. This isn't a TV money race. This is a money race. If you bring your car, you want to show up, you want to race for money, bring your dollar bills also. If you only got money for gasoline and tires, wait a few months before, so you can make some money, but so you can show up with more than gasoline and tires, because these guys want to race for money, and they're looking for people to come put up or shut up. Reaper said something pretty smart a few minutes ago. He said anybody can be fast on the internet.
That's true.
So this is, I'm just amplifying his message. He got me fired up because I want to cuss tonight, but I'm not, because I
don't even say those words.
Earmuff them again. Earmuff them again. One time, Uncle Jesse, have them earmuff. All right, everybody's earmuff. Reaper said y'all are candy asses. There's not 10 fast cars the United States can take on the 405 list. That's just the truth. So, hey, let's prove him wrong. Let me know something. Send me something. Let me see some people saying that there's something. Ooh, I got somebody on Periscope. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I don't think so, dude. I think that car is maybe a fast 9-second car in the quarter mile. Nah, don't worry about it. This race isn't for you. Oh, he didn't like that. All right. So anyway, man, I got wired now. I think it's time for a little more moonshine.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that's some good stuff. Steve Gower said he could be fast on the internet. Boy, just be quiet. Suzanne Jones says, Oklahoma, that's her home state. This is a street race. This is Ashley Hoyt Vining. Hey, Cole. I hope Cole got that new engine for that. Ashley, get out there. Galen Rollison has joined. Now, Galen is one of the guys with Britt and Great American Bracket Race, the Dream Team Challenge. They just had the Dream Team Challenge last weekend in Memphis. And Jamie Began has joined. Hello, Jamie. I hope Jamie Began is the daughter-in-law of Jeff Began.
Right.
And the contact that I have, the contact liaison I have with the American Drag Racing League and RacersDirect.net, one of the sponsors of this show. So right now, if you need some car parts and you jump online and go to RacerDirect.net, see what they got, see what you need. And when you find what you need, type in when you go to do the checkout, don't tell anybody about this. This is a little secret between us. There's a little box on there that says promo code. Type WCC on that. You will get 5% off and free shipping anywhere in the continental United States on everything. So check them out. RacersDirect.net. What do you think?
I think that's cool.
Man, it's a way to save money. And that's a great thing about our show. We're always helping people save money.
That's right.
And Jamie, are you still there? I think she's still there. Tell Jeff he's my hero. What? That's good.
Okay.
I'm letting the moonshine work.
Oh, God help me.
All right. Jamie Began said, hey, Blender and your beautiful wife. Yeah, she's much more beautiful than I am most of the time. Sandy Thibodeau. Hello, Miss Sandy. How are you doing? Let's see. I'm getting all kind of messages up here. Let's see. Between the multiple cameras and the multiple texts and all this kind of stuff, this is pretty good.
Okay.
So what you think? Reaper got me going, man.
I'm telling you.
10 cars in the United States. There is not 10 cars in the United States that can take the 405 list. I got to believe it because he's been trying to do this for a couple of months.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
saying.
nobody, they're not finding them.
This is not the first time he's gone out there live and asked, come on, where y'all at?
I'm telling you.
He's fired up, man. I was outside watering the tomato plants and I could still hear him going off.
Yep.
Where y'all at? Quit running your mouth.
That's it. Everybody's fast on the internet. I love that.
Right.
So this is going to be a real thing. shoot me a message. Go to Reaper's Facebook page, Reaper SS. Shoot him a message, but he's looking for 10 fast big tire cars in the United States that want to race the 405 list. Beth Milburn just said, wait until you see Crazy Things' next project. It's huge.
Oh,
it's my sister.
I can't wait to go.
They're going to airbrush my sister.
They're doing a white Medea.
It's huge.
They better get a Lincoln hood. One of the old ones, you know.
I'm not going there. I'm not going there. But hey, we talked about one of our sponsors, Racer Direct, racerdirect.net. Don't forget to use that WCC discount code for 5% off and free shipping. In fact, I used it this week to order some new fuel jugs. So we've got more black fuel jugs coming in.
That's good. I'm taking mine and hiding. I can't believe you sold my fuel jug out for my
Look, I can't keep them in stock.
I know.
And you know why I keep selling the fuel jugs? Because people keep coming by to buy Renegade racing fuel. Racers that win, pour it in. And it's available right here at Performance Metal Finishes and Vampire Chassis in Independence, Louisiana. And our prices can't be beat. Can't. I tear everybody's around me's ass up. Oh. Sorry, Uncle Jesse. I tear everybody's price up on fuel. So come see us.
The FCC word here. Okay.
Oh, I can do that one?
You can do that.
Oh, I can say ass?
You can say
That's
ass.
approved by the FCC?
You sure can.
I can say ass?
Yeah.
Oh, so ass is not a bad word.
Ass is not a bad word.
Reaper said everybody is a candy ass because he can't find 10 cars to take on the 405 list. Now, I know all my listeners out there, there's got to be 10 fast, big tire cars that can run on the street and take on the 405 list. I just can't believe that there are not 10 cars out there.
I can.
All right.
Well, they out there. It's just the drivers.
You
like
know,
I said.
You know, Reaper was talking earlier about he has never Jamie Began just said Reaper is rubbing off. Hey, Wade Cuevas is joined. Hey, brother, how you doing? And Beth Milburn said, yes, yeah, that hood's not big enough to put my sister on. I mean, like a 72 Lincoln Continental big hood. I can't believe you got me talking. Reaper got me talking bad about my sister like that.
How about a Greyhound bus?
All right. So now we also need to talk about a few of our other sponsors while we're here. May I see that? Well, let's don't all forget about Naked Wines. My wife drinks it like it's water, and Naked Wines is they're one of the sponsors of the Adrian's Fury Dragster, as well as the Twisted Southern Horror Queen. Yes. And let's see, we have Amelay Oil. And Amelay Oil, Charlie Nielsen with Amelay is supposed to be reaching back out to me. Ronnie and Lori Owens, I see y'all are checking in. But Amelay, Ronnie, what the hell was his name? Charlie Nielsen is supposed to be reaching out to me. The NHRA Amelay has a NHRA contingency program. If you are anybody that is bracket racing, I urge you to go to Amelay's Oil website and register for the contingency program. They're paying at all events, NHRA events. So if you're out there, hey man, it's free money. Get out there and do a little bit of winning. There's a little something else for you. Plus, another good thing about that is when you sign up with the Amelay contingency program, you get a racer's discount on Amelay products, and the shipping on those products is free. I loaded up the shop. We've got 2050 synthetic racing oil for the dragster. We've got transmission fluid. We've got motor oil for your 520 for synthetic for your Camaro, for Jezebel, the SS. I don't want to talk about Jezebel too much because we don't want to get Reaper's car, D's nuts around Jezebel, because there may be all kind of bad shit happening.
Baby Camaros. Now that is not an FCC word.
I'm sorry, Uncle Jesse. I didn't mean to do that.
said that on FM radio. That was not a good thing.
That was not a good thing. Yeah, you said that with the radio station you were at in Covington.
Yes.
That wasn't good.
It was funny.
It was frowned upon.
Yeah.
So we're going to do another shout out, another call out on the big tires towards the end of the show. I got a lot of other stuff I need to cover, but I just had to vent on that a few minutes ago for a few minutes. I want to send a big shout out to Mark Klingen, lead singer for Killjoy, for reaching out with us this week. Killjoy, Rain Down. Killjoy, I'm scared. Sorry. Killjoy. I was thinking something. Yeah. Killjoy, the band Killjoy. This is their CD, The Verdict. It's a harder rock and roll. The song that I play for my intro and my exit music is Rain Down by Killjoy. It's a great song. Some of the music on is a little harder than I like, but it was perfect for Lynn. She's a headbanger from way back. There's actually a couple of marks. But yeah, it was all right. So other than the Amylay oil contingency program,
You know who you haven't mentioned in a while?
who have I not mentioned in a while?
Kentucky Gentleman.
Kentucky Gentleman Cigars. Charlie Benson has joined. Hey, Mr. Charlie, how you doing? I hope you and Raphael are doing fine. I hope y'all hadn't choked on any of them donuts. Apple cider donuts from Tantillo Farms Bakery in Gardner, New York, has the best donuts. And if you go to their website, which I have no idea what it is, but they're hearing this right now, so they'll send it to me. So it will be on the Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars page after the show. But if you're in the New York tri-state area, Tantillo Farms Bakery, 150 years old, all owned by the Tantillos. The food is good. I can tell you the food's good because they actually sent me a couple of dozen donuts, and they were excellent. So check them out. Let's see. Kentucky Gentleman Cigars. We are going to be at Night Risers Con in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And I think from there, we're about 2 or 2.5 hours from Kentucky Gentleman Cigars in Frankfort, Kentucky. Now, I did get a message the other day from somebody asking me, since this is Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars, I talk about cars, I talk about whiskey, but I haven't been doing anything with cigars. Let me tell you why. My wife does not smoke. And I have for 8 years not smoked in the house. I mean, I may come in a little bit. We're still working, trying to get our other studio put together, so I'm not in my living or dining room. Is this a dining room? Yeah, dining room. Okay, place where you eat. So I'm not doing the show out of the dining room every week, but we're having to do some big time construction.
You won't broadcast from the girl cave.
Yeah, and I won't do this from Lynn's studio. No. But she doesn't smoke, and the cigars are a little strong, and they kind of aggravating in the house. And sometimes if I go a few days without smoking, and I come in, I smell it, and it smells bad. So I don't smoke in the house. So that is one of the reasons I have quit smoking until I get in the new studio. So is that cool? That's all right.
That's good.
That's all right. That's all right. But, yeah, so I wanted to talk about that. But Kentucky Gentleman Cigars, when we're up there in Kentucky, we may try, because I think we may have an extra day. And as long as it's not snowing, we may try to run over to Frankfort, Kentucky and see.
That might actually be a good little.
That might actually, yeah, it may be. I will have to call them and find out about that and see if we could come over there the day after Night Risers and set the car up outside Kentucky Gentleman Cigars. In fact, I will say right now that we may actually try to bring the Fury Dragster to Frankfort, Kentucky after Night Risers Con and set that up at Kentucky Gentleman Cigars, because they are, they were one of the first people that jumped on board and supported us, and we talked about their cigars, and we had their cigars on the show, and then some of the bigger companies came in and started throwing a whole bunch of stuff at us, and being basically kind of a cheap whore that I am, I jumped on them. Yeah, okay. So those relationships have come and gone, and the Mobleys at Kentucky Gentleman Cigar were very, very nice people. They do our cigar boxes. They're very, very nice people. I don't think I have anymore. I think we've given them all out. Oh, you do have one. You have one of the small ones. Okay.
You can't see them.
Yeah. Okay. This is one of the Vampire chassis. Let's see if you can see that. Here for you people on Periscope, this is one of the Vampire chassis cigar box that is made for us by Kentucky Gentleman Cigars. And you know, when we go to events, we have these cigars. I usually smoke these with other people at the events. And the last person I smoke a cigar with at a event that we are at, I usually give them the box. So there's some pretty famous people with Kentucky Gentleman Cigars boxes. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
we like it.
Actors,
producers, directors, wrestlers, minions.
Yeah, we have minions.
We have minions. But yeah, so please, if you get a chance, go to KentuckyGentlemanCigars.com and check out. They got great cigars, hand rolled by Mr. Alan Mobley, not in machine roll crap, and they're really good. They're about $7-8 a piece. They're good cigars.
Love the moonshine.
Those moonshine cigars. They
love.
Did I say moonshine? Excellent. Let's see. I got some more messages that popped up here. Miss Sandy said, "Got to go. Okay, bye." Oh, Ken is watching. Hey, Ken, are you in Covington tonight, or are you at home? Are y'all having y'all's Wednesday night barbecue? You know, I like to start doing the Wednesday night barbecue here, maybe once or twice during the summer.
Okay.
But I would have to, I don't know, if I had a bunch of those Southern outlaw gassers and Southern gassers come over here for a barbecue while I was doing the show or before the show. I just couldn't drink any moonshine before the show, and then had them here while the show was going on, and then brought them in and talked to them and had Ken Thibodeau. Well, yeah, I had to get Ken Thibodeau in here. I had to get him one of those little chairs to fit, one of them little seats to fit in that chair.
Booster seat.
Yeah, that's a booster seat. That's it. But yeah, we might have to do that. Hey, Ken, if you heard that, just think about that. Talk to the guys and see what they say. See if we can get all those old farts over here.
It's okay.
It's a good word. Okay. See if we can get all those old farts over here on a Wednesday for a barbecue before the show one night. Actually, before the show, during the show, and then we'll get hammered drunk after the show. I also forgot to mention NGK spark plugs, K&N oil filters, Surreal Studios, D&M graphics. I think I got it all. But yeah, so we have. I also want to talk about not this weekend coming up, but next weekend. That would be June 9th. June 9th.
June 9th. Chad
Bankston, I see you checking in. He said he could come in on the Harley. That's a different show. But June 9th, we will be the author, Twisted Southern Horror Queen, Lynn Gibson, the Adrian's Fury Dragster, and the old man will be at the Windsor, third annual Windsor Car, Motorcycle, and Truck Show in Port Gibson, Mississippi.
That's right.
And we are really looking forward to this. Now, for me, I'm looking forward to it being there because there's always going to be kids. There's always going to be cars. It's going to be, and hopefully there's going to be food. Josh McCrane, Linda Orr, if y'all watching, is food going to be present? I need to know that. But those are some of my favorite things. Ken gave me a thumbs up, so hopefully he'll talk to the other old guys and see if, hey, Ken, that sounds great. I'm happy. I'm excited. I was going to say something else, but I'm not. But anyway, back to the car show.
Yeah.
Ken, by the way, you, Wade Cuevas, Chad Bankston, this would be a great event for y'all to bring y'all's cars, bikes, and trucks to. It is next week, not this weekend coming up, the 9th, 6th, 9th in Port Gibson, Mississippi. It's only an hour and a half away from me. Yeah, or maybe a little faster, actually. But I'll be pulling a trailer, so maybe an hour and a half. But come check this out. It's a car, truck, and motorcycle show. So come enter your cars. You can check it out at, is there the Windsor?
I don't know.
We got a link.
They do.
We have a link on our website for the address. But let's get some pre-registrations. And now I will let my wonderful wife tell you why she's so excited.
Well, Port Gibson is the third oldest city in Mississippi. And it was actually occupied or settled way before Mississippi was even a state. There's craziness going on over there. So, there's all kind of old legends, and there were some serious Civil War clashes in the area. And a lot of those houses are still there. The port, of course, is still there. And there are a whole lot of haunted legends going on there. And you and Josh McCrane put your heads together and came up with the idea of, let's do a haunted tour. So after everybody hangs out at the car show all day and goes and taps out the beer garden, the ghost tour starts at 6:30 at the, I'm going to say the Wade House. It's on my website, Southern Horror Queen on Facebook. Starts at 6:30. You can get your tickets in advance. They're going to tell you all about what went on in those houses. And if you listen to the Twisted Southern Horror Queen show on
Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock here on the Edge Radio as well as Facebook.
That's exactly right. He's so awesome. He's so well trained and molded. But anyway, where there have been a lot of Civil War clashes and those houses are still standing, a lot of times those houses were overtaken by the opposing forces and used as infirmaries or prisons. So there's all kind of activity going on there.
I think Josh told me 24,000 Union soldiers were in Port Gibson.
Yes. And Port Gibson and a lot of those old houses that are still there today are only left standing because Grant said the city was too beautiful to burn. So pretty crazy stuff going on there. Now, actually, the Windsor Ruins, which was the first thing that you looked at and kind of went crazy about, that was a huge plantation. It was built back in 1837, I believe. And there was some really cool stuff going on there. The Danielsons, which built and owned the property, were trying to keep some kind of normalcy in the community. So they would have these community covered dish parties and stuff. And while they're doing that, the Confederate soldiers were using the place as a lookout. Well, Grant's men caught on to what was going on there. So they sent some soldiers in plain clothes to go to one of these dinner parties one night, and they wound up seizing the house. But Grant was kind of cool about it, and he actually let the Danielson family stay there in the house while they were occupying it on the third floor. And they didn't trash the place too bad while they were there. So that was really cool. The house actually burned down a couple decades later when they were doing some renovations, and a guest dropped a cigar butt in a pile of sawdust and burned it from the third floor down.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That sounds great. I just got a message from Charlie Benson, my hero. Don't forget about one of the biggest nostalgia events on the East Coast at Cecil County Dragway in Maryland, June 9th. East Coast Fuelers will be there with side-by-side action with supercharger and injected nitro front engine dragsters. This is going to be awesome. Oh, unfortunately, my Periscope cam stopped. I guess all those little comments I was getting that people didn't like what I was saying, like candy ass, stop them from, they blocked me or they turned me off. So I'm good. Oh, I'm back on. Hey, oh, there I'm going again. All right. Periscope cam. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm still on Facebook. I'm still doing my show. I'm still having a good time. But yeah, back to the East Coast Fuelers. Now, Jim Cummins is a person. I like Jim. He calls me every now and then. We talk. He was telling me about this race. We were trying to do a north-south race on this. I just don't think we were able to get the south to drive that far north and the north to drive further south. So But it's going to be a big race. And Charlie Benson's car is going to be there. Pretty much, let me tell the rest of you guys that are going to this event, Charlie's got a really, really slow car. Bet against him always to lose. And it'll be a good weekend for you. You'll really make some money. If you see the yellow bad boys, Charlie Benson car racing, walk up to somebody and say, hey, $20 says that yellow car loses. You'll make a fortune. What? I see Ryan Carey is joined. Steve Godwin said that the Bittersweet Dragster is still loaded in the trailer from last year. He was kind of hoping it would be out, but so far it's not. I see my buddy T.C. Gorman, a.k.a. our house sitter.
Hey, T.C.
She's checked in. She'll be here, next Thursday? Next Friday?
Next Friday, I think.
Next Friday she'll be here?
The day ahead, so we're leaving.
Yeah, we're leaving Friday because we want to go to the Windsor Ruins. We want to go see that horse-drawn hearse.
I want to get in it.
I want you to get in it. I hope there's not a key. But yeah, I think you'd be great in it. I think you'd look good in it. You're white enough.
We'll have to. It's a vampire.
You are pale. I mean, I know you're a vampire writer and everything, but let me tell you, you need to get some sun.
I'm a white girl.
You need to get some sun. You don't look Puerto Rican at all.
Look, let me tell you something.
Speaking of which, we're still having auditions for our new backup girl. We're holding those auditions on Tuesdays at the Taco Bell in Amite, Louisiana. It's one of our favorite places. We're usually there in the morning from about 9 to about 10:30. The Windsor Ruins. So yes, we're still looking for Puerto Rican backup girls in the Hammond, Louisiana area and like I said, auditions and interviews are Tuesdays at Taco Bell in Amite, Louisiana, between 9 and 10:30. So please let me know. Let me know if you're scheduled for that, and I can send you more information. So that went down the wrong pipe.
I did that. Telepathy.
Lynn told me tonight that she's scheduling. No, Lynn is definitely not as white as your wife's legs, Charlie. You are right.
No.
But Lynn told me tonight that I came in today and you were telling me that you were trying to book us a vacation, a 5-day vacation. Where are we going to? What'd you call it? Bitches, turds, and cankles. Where is it at? What is it?
So much.
Bitches, turds, and cankles. What?
Beaches, Turks, and Caicos?
Beaches, Turks, and Caicos. Well, you see how I get those confused. Bitches, turds, and Caicos. I don't know. Beaches, Turks, and Caicos? Okay, all right.
Cankles. See, that's your
Cankles.
That's your Puerto Rican backup girl's nickname, Cankles.
No, not my Puerto Rican backup girl. Her nickname is Legs.
Mm-hmm.
Legs Lenore. So, hey, if you want to call into the show tonight, call in at 888-681-2940. Save me. What's the criteria? TC, you got to be Puerto Rican. Suzanne Jones, I don't understand this. Although John will not be able to make it due to health reasons.
That's my girl. Thank you, Susie.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. All right. So, Britt Cummins, I asked him how the race went with Johnny Ezel last weekend it's back on. It must be the battery's low or something in the Periscope phone.
I charged it.
It just keeps telling me something's wrong. So, hey, people on Periscope, if you're not getting this, hopefully it's recording, so I'll repost it. But anyway,
Britt Cummings.
yes, I know who I'm talking. Geritol does work. I mean, Britt's blood ain't tired anymore because he wore Johnny Bracket Razor Ezel out the other day. Now that was 2 races. They're 1-1. It's a best of 7 grudge race for $5,000, so they're 1-1. But yeah, I asked Britt. I said, "How'd you do it?" And Britt's comment that he sent back to me was, "Wore his ass out." So that that's
congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Britt. We're proud of you, and hopefully this weekend, our vacation to Disney World will be back on track. Cole Vining hopefully Cole should have his new engine in his car this week and be headed to Baton Rouge Speedway this weekend. Boy, you just slammed half a glass of wine.
You counting?
I mean, you didn't sip it. That was half a glass, and you just turned it up all the way up. It's empty.
You just splashed wine all over your face. See, that's what happens.
I'm getting all kind of bad karma happening tonight.
Mm-hmm. That's because that whole Puerto Rican backup girl wiped you on there.
I got some on my nose. The Puerto Rican it's in my hair too. I got red wine in my hair. Oh no, Johnny Blenden's got wine in his hair.
Harry Quinn.
All right, Harry Quinn. I'm starting to Harry Quinn a little early. But yeah, so we've got the Puerto Rican pack-up girl. I mean, we've got the Great American Bracket Race. The Dream Team Challenge was last weekend in Memphis, and it was a doozy. You can go to the Dream Team Challenge Facebook page and look at all the results of it. I was going to do it. That's what I started doing when I got the info from Reaper talking about he's just having a hard time finding 10 cars in the United States that have the balls to take on the 405 list.
I think that needs to hit Slate Cummins here.
Slate doesn't have a street. They don't have a big tire street car. This is a street race.
I was thinking
all those cars on the 405 are street cars.
Well, I know that, but I was thinking about the maroon car they have.
No.
Okay.
The Corvette?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. And the Corvette couldn't beat them.
Okay.
It's a super stock car. It's not that fast. I mean, it's a fast car for what they race, but for what Reaper and those guys do.
The racer, because he's got the cojones, but
Johnny Bracket Racer?
No.
Oh yeah, no. Johnny Bracket Racer.
Oh,
Slate is.
Yeah, so somebody's got that bad car and they just don't have the.
Look, Slate's just a little worm. He'll be at Chicago. He'll be in Illinois race this weekend. His name is Slate Cummins. He's a little wormy guy. $50 whoever takes the Mosier hat that he's wearing. He's always wearing a straight bill Mosier hat. I got a $50 bounty out on that hat. But now, if you see Cole Cummins, he's a big muscle-bound guy. You don't want to mess with Cole Cummins. Drives a little black Nova. Don't try to get that hat he's got. He'll kill you. But Slate Cummins, if you see him, you see his hat, snatch that thing off his head, put it in the mail. I send you. Tell me your sentiment. I'll send you $50.
You're going to get somebody punched. Why?
He's a little guy. He doesn't hit that hard. And Johnny Bracket Racer Ezel, we reached out to him for some information, some feedback on his how did Britt refer to it? His serious ass whipping he took this last weekend, but we didn't have any comment back from him, and his sister didn't even answer on that one.
Oh wow!
So I don't know.
She's probably in the backyard watching the weed eating.
Well, she's probably got him weed eating. He does a lot of yard work and he washes her car and
pulling weeds with tweezers.
Yeah. Well, she likes the grass manicured or certain, so he's got like a little thing and scissors that he's a hell of a gardener. He's a good bracket racer, but he's a hell of a gardener. But yeah, so I mean that's pretty good. But okay, so let's see. It's 7:41. I'm going to have this show up on the Edge Radio right after it goes off. So it'll take me about 5 minutes, and I'll have it. So I want everybody to look at the Edge Radio US website or Facebook page, the Edge Radio US. You can link to it. I've got a survey up there. I'm looking for – we're going to start doing some drive time stuff. in the mornings and in the afternoons, and I'm looking for what people are wanting in the mornings and wanting in the afternoons. Are you wanting music in the mornings? You want to talk in the mornings? Because we're going to start putting all of our shows on in the morning. Excuse me. Or we're going to do music in the morning and shows in the afternoon, but we need your input. We're also looking at doing a cruise night on Saturday nights. I see Miss Linda Ori has joined, and Miss Linda Ori is one of the people that is in charge of the Windsor Car and Motorcycle and Truck Show.
The third annual.
The third annual.
Good evening, Miss Linda.
Port Gibson, next weekend, June 9th, Port Gibson, Mississippi. We will be there, and we are going to have a blast. There's going to be and they've got a couple of raffles going on that are real good. I can't talk about them on the show, but you can go to Josh McCrane or Windsor Car, Motorcycle and Truck Shows Facebook page, or Miss Linda Ori, and get the information on those. Miss Linda has been out working hard. Joshua told me that she had actually been going to car shows and putting out flyers for this event. So this is they've got some really good sponsors with this, but this is being sponsored and I guess by the Port Gibson Chamber of Commerce.
That's right.
And this is something that brings people into Port Gibson. And what you said, Port Gibson was one of the towns in the South that didn't get burned down because Ulysses S. Grant said it was too pretty of a town to burn. Beautiful town to burn.
Direct historical quote, too beautiful to burn.
Too beautiful to burn. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a great weekend, and you can come out and see that Adrian's Fury Dragster, the Twisted Southern Horror Queen, and go on her with the Ghost Walk, the Ghost Tour.
Yeah.
And the old man, I'll be there. Now, let me ask you this. My moonshine came to me from Mississippi. If I take some of my coconut moonshine to Mississippi, is that considered bootlegging, being it's in the same state it came from?
Yes.
So I can't do that.
You can't do that.
Well, I tell you what, they're
Don't
just
make the rules.
Man, just not. James Meeks has joined. And looking at James Meeks' picture, it's very, very small way up there, but it looks like a front engine dragster to me. So after the show, I will have to check that out. Suzanne Jones said we'll be there.
Oh, cool.
So that's awesome. If Susan and Mike are coming to, they're coming all the way from Pensacola.
Yeah.
So that'll be great. And I've got other.
She heard Ghost Tour.
She heard Ghost Tour. That's what it was. Windsor Ruin. She heard that. But we've got people that have been contacting me on the show and on my email telling me get information because they want to bring their cars.
Oh,
their car shows. And Chad Bankston was on early, and I told him to bring him and his brother-in-law bring their Harleys over there. It'd be a nice ride.
How far is it for Reaper?
Reaper's in Oklahoma.
Oh no, I'm thinking Godfather.
Godfather, I think he's at Redemption. I think they've got a redemption race that weekend. So Godfather would be in Barry Nicholson, B Speed in Summit, Mississippi. Talked to him yesterday, and I think he said he had 5 cars up there that he was working on.
Wow.
I had to get a little redemption rule clarification because we've got a car being built for redemption out in the shop now that we're doing powder coating now on.
Yep.
So that was for James Penton.
Yes.
So yeah, he's building a redemption small tire car. So that'll be interesting to watch that come along. It's another car coming out of Performance Metal Finishes, our powder coating business. So that'd be cool as hell. Hell, can I say that?
You can say
I can say that one. Okay. Suzanne Jones said, "Can't wait to see y'all."
It's gonna be
so that'd be
fun.
great. That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be good. I was having an idea, but then I said, no, I better not.
We'll have to go see the Hertz and between the Ghost Tour and after the car show.
Well, we may be able to see it there the day before.
Yeah, but I won't be dressed to have a picture.
Oh, you want to be in your costume,
Yes.
your outfit,
Yes.
your horror queenness.
My garb.
Okay, your garb. I got it. All right. Well, The show's got a few more minutes. I'm going to be playing my music again from the band Kill J. Their new release, The Verdict. Check them out. Go to Kill J online. You can check them out on Facebook. It's a good CD. I like it.
You know I do.
I know you like it. But yeah, we'll be playing that in a minute. But I want to get back to, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I want to thank Jamie Began from Racers Direct and the American Drag Racing League for tuning in. Steve Godwin and Charlie Benson, it's always a pleasure when you guys, Wade Cuevas, Linda Ori, Suzanne Jones, Ken Thibodeau, Sandy Thibodeau. I'm trying to remember everybody. Ronald Famulero, my brother from Picayune, Mississippi. We got to get your butt over here, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And I gotta bring it back up one more time. Reaper put it out there. Now we're trying to find out if anybody's going to put their big boy pants on. James Meeks. Okay. Ken Thibodeau just sent me. James and his wife are good people. They own a nice front engine dragster. Check him out. So James Meeks, now that I have a formal introduction to you for Ken Thibodeau, you should need to watch out the kind of people you hang around. No, Ken's a great friend of the show and a great friend of ours. So him and his wife, Sandy. But anyway, here we go one more time. We got Reaper SS, James Goad. They are trying to find 10 big tire cars in the United States that want to take on the 405's list. James is using the word, there's nothing but candy asses out there that like the internet race that don't have any cars that are fast. So, yeah, he's trying to find it. He got me fired up before the show. So I'm helping. Put the word out. Cody Holler, Zeus 405. Y'all weren't on the show tonight. I'm telling you. But, yeah, we want to find out what we can do. Ronnie Famulero, if you get a chance or you get to thinking about it, I've been thinking about something a couple weeks ago I want to ask you about. You remember our buddy Jeff Watts? And you remember the Cobra that Jeff Watts built and sold to a friend of ours that got killed? Whatever happened to that car? That was a beautiful car. Jeff Watts, Picayune, Mississippi, was a great car builder. He took one of those ugly Mustang 2s that kind of looked like a Pinto on steroids, made the most beautiful car, and it was fast. Made a beautiful car out of it. Had a Cobra airbrushed on the hood. It was gorgeous. A friend of mine named Randy Wade bought that car. I was in school with Randy. He was a year younger than me, but he's a really good guy. Randy bought that car, and Randy had an accident. It wasn't in the car, but Randy lost his life one weekend not long after he had the car. I went in the Navy probably 3 months after that. And every now and then I'll see one of those old old Mustang 2s, and I'll think about that car. It was absolutely gorgeous. And I always wondered what happened to that car. So Ronnie Famulero, he knows Jeff Watts, and he's still in Picayune and knows. If you know anything, Ronnie, let me know whatever happened to that car. I'd love to see if it's still around, because it was probably one of the, and I don't know what he's done since then, but it was probably one of the best cars Jeff Watts ever built. Gorgeous. But anyway, Charlie Benson's laughing. But anyway, Josh McCrane is joined. I was talking about you earlier. You're going to have to go to the playback and rewatch the show to see what I said about you. And it didn't pertain to moonshine. All right, everybody, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm going to start my music up in just a minute, but I'll give y'all a couple of minutes to listen to a little bit of Kill J. Actually, y'all already heard the first part of the song. I'm going to set. Everybody always hears the first part. I'm going to play the second chorus next. But, 10 cars, 10 big tire cars. We're looking for 10 big tire cars. Send me information. Send Reaper information. Reaper says there's nothing but a bunch of candy asses in the other 48 states. He said they're having to import cars from out of the country to come race in the to come race the 405 list. So I just can't believe we're having to import cars from out of the country to come over here and race the 405. You cannot tell me that there are not 10 big tire cars in the United States that want to jump on the 405's list on the street. Sarge. I was wondering what the hell that was. So, like I said, remember, shoot me a message here on Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars or the Johnny Blender Show. You can go to Reaper SS, send him a message. He's not looking for ducks. We're looking for 10 cars, 10 big tire cars that want to take on the 405 list on the street. Not a no prep race, on the street. If you got 10 cars where you are, that you think 10 big tire cars where you are that you think can handle the 405 list, send me a message. We'll get it. We'll come to you. They'll come to you and do the race on your streets. That's bad when you get your ass beat on your own street. So, hey, we're getting out of here. Wish we could run them. I hear you, man. And you, Charlie Benson, my buddy Charlie Benson. You know James. You met James at Rockingham, I believe, last year, if memory serves correct. All right, everybody. I'm fixing to get out of here. I am going to put this Kill J in. Sit back and listen to it for another 3 minutes. I'm fixing to start producing the show and get it up on the Edge Radio US. So check it out. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Ooh. Hey, Rodney, you remember the car? Also, if anybody's got an 8mm 55 or 56 tooth blower pulley, let me know. I need one for this weekend. That's it, everybody. Good night, and thanks for checking us out. Catch us next week.